Welcome back. You're still watching Daybreak on this 27th day of May 2025. Just a few days to Madaraka Day. I think Kenya is turning 62 or thereabout. So this morning, just to quickly reintroduce them, Senator Richard Onyonka from Kisii. Good morning, Senator.
Yeah, good morning, Sammy.
You've been missing in action for a few days.
Yes, I've been missing. You know, I have presidential candidates. So we've been working.
Yeah.
We finished with Kisii.
Yeah.
Our team is really excited. I'm happy with what I saw Natembeya do yesterday. Next, on Thursday, we are going to Kitui. It's burning, it's boiling.
Your candidate is back? Your candidate is back for Kitui?
He's around, but I can't tell you where he is. You know, these are state secrets. We are now talking presidential, Sammy.
Okay, tell him I'm looking for him. Yeah?
No, we are doing well. I'm so happy.
Will you tell him I'm looking for him?
Who, the candidate? Actually, I told him he has been a bit overwhelmed.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to say what he told you.
I will. Let me tell him today after the studio.
Okay, Gitonga Mukunji, Member of Parliament for Manyata constituency. Good morning.
Good morning, Sam.
You've also been away for some weeks.
Yeah, and of course we had a good recess.
Yes.
We are back to the National Assembly today.
Right.
Normally when National Assembly is on recess, it's really never a resting time for a Member of Parliament. We have a lot of engagements that rotate around projects in the constituency, matters to do with, NGCDF bursaries.
Yeah.
And of course, also, you get some time also to, spend with the family.
So what do you do with the CDF?
No. Mostly is just checking the progress in terms of projects.
Okay.
Yeah. And
all right.
You also take time to visit parastatals and all these other places to know where things are in the constituency development.
And this morning I have two people with the name Gitonga, George Murugara from Tharaka constituency and also the chairperson.
The interesting part is one time I got his salary.
Actually,
I got two salaries.
Oh, is it?
He got my salary because Gitonga Murugara and Gitonga Mukunji.
Yes.
So they paid him.
Yeah, and he never asked for the salary.
Did he refund?
I don't know what happened. I can't remember. It was in March anyways. So I never took a lot of issue with that. Good morning. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning to see you.
Absolutely.
And it's good to see you after so long.
It's long, quite. I haven't been here.
Yes.
I'm not per se a media person.
Yeah.
Usually backdoor working.
Yes.
Working throughout and trying to ensure that these laws are actually in place. So I haven't been here for a long time. Sure. But I am today.
And what's going on? Because last week we got an order stopping the vetting of the IBC commissioners. What have you been doing? Because today, actually, as you resume, the instruction had been that you come with a report.
We go with a report today so that you're able to report on whether those are approvals or disapprovals. But the court order was made last week. Yeah. And we have had to comply. A court order is a court order. It has to be complied with until it is set aside. Sure. It's a country of rule of law. And as the chairperson of the Justice and Legal Affairs, I should be actually the lead person to obey court orders. Sure. So we obeyed. We didn't do the vetting yesterday. We are not doing it today. We have no report today for the House. We are awaiting a ruling tomorrow regarding the matters that are before the court. So without any speculation, ours is to say, let's wait and see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully the court will give directions and we'll abide.
Okay, I thought they said 29th, which is on Thursday.
29th is Thursday, or it may be the 29th, yes, Thursday.
So what happens? Because the law on parliamentary approval has a timeline. I think it's about 28 days?
It's 28 days. I think they are lapsing just about that weekend. From the time the nominees were received. I haven't done the recalculation of the exact number of days, but we got that around the 6th or 7th of May. That takes us to about the end of the month. So I presume that we may have a few more days left. And if the approval is, we are allowed to proceed, then we will do it back to back.
If 28 days lapse before you vet,
yes,
do they stand approved, or because of the court order they'll still have to?
We'll have a legal argument as to whether time is running.
Yeah.
When the court order stopping is in force.
Okay.
So that's just a legal argument that we will have pros and cons. But in my view, time is not running. From the date the order was made to the date it is unfrozen, that time will not be counted.
Okay.
We will now start counting afresh from when we are supposed to proceed.
All right. Thank you for the insights. Okay. Now, this morning, waking up to the papers, State Terror is the story of the Daily Nation, and they are saying a report the president handed to Parliament noted a rise in abductions blamed on crime, even with no action taken against rogue security agents blamed for killing dozens of protests during last year's June Gen Z protests. There are growing concerns that a brutal crackdown on government critics has escalated. The latest victim of the state-sanctioned abductions is Juja MP George Koimburi. It's also a very big story on the Standard, which you will see sliding into anarchy. The image of the Member of Parliament. I was hoping that you'd see the paper on how it looks like. So let me just try and show you. Here it is. So that is the Member of Parliament for Juja constituency. And they're saying that by last evening, the MP remained unable to speak, a chilling sign that the current regime's now familiar tactic of abducting and torturing critics may have struck again. Despite official denials, growing claims suggest that key law enforcement agencies have been weaponized to silence dissent. And like I told you earlier on, we are yet to verify who exactly is behind what has befallen the Member of Parliament for Juja constituency. I want to take brief comments from you on what you're taking this to be, starting with you, Chairman.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. On the face of it, it's regrettable. It is something that cannot be condoned from whatever quarter this is coming from. But as we've been told, and as you've rightly commented, it is to be verified. Let's get it verified so that we get deep into this. We know exactly who is responsible for this and the reasons behind it. The only thing we know is there's an allegation that he was actually abducted on Sunday and that he was found yesterday in a plantation, lying the way he's lying on the photograph, writhing in pain, unable to speak. But we do not have any details whatsoever who is behind this, and therefore our law enforcement agencies should actually move, and they should have moved with the utmost speed to unravel the mystery as to who did this, what were the reasons, and if any criminal acts were committed, those people should be brought to book. On the other hand, if it wasn't, then again the law should take its own course. Okay. That's my comment.
What do you mean if it wasn't?
That, unfortunately, this is a politician, and politicians are known for all manner of antics. From time to time, people engaging themselves in all manner of things. We have seen it happen. And we have live cases and examples we can give. So I don't want to say that anything like that has happened. But again, until it is investigated and ruled out, nothing can be ruled out.
Interesting. Mheshimiwa Mukunji, what do you make of this?
Well, Sam, let me say first, I feel very sad for Honorable Koimburi on what he has gone through. And it is obvious that we have a challenge in this country when it comes to matters to do with our police force and law enforcement. I want to say I have experienced abduction myself. And when the president was passing through Embu town, while I was going to attend the meeting, I was abducted and I was released after around an hour. And I was very traumatized. And maybe many people I told that story, including my good colleagues, did not believe that happened. But of course, they told me they are not going to harm me. They did not touch me, they only took my phone. At the end of the day, I feel sad when we trash such issues until something happens that is drastic. Sam, the other day we just lost our colleague, Honorable Ere.
Right.
And from what I hear, he had complained a number of times that his life is in danger. But most likely you find many people did not take it serious. Some, I have been on the street of Embu to fight to get one of the son of Embu called Billy Mwangi, who was taken by police, people with hoodies, and he got lost for 14 days until he was dropped off. And the history and stories around many people who are concerned on this were trying to put an allegation that he abducted himself or he is in some girlfriend's house. And this is actually a trend which is coming out now, that these things are happening and then people are actually trashing them and trying to put a political narrative into it. I think Article 25A of our Constitution is very clear, that you are not supposed to be subjected to torture, cruel treatment, or any inhumane, degrading way as a human being. It is also very clear that Article 50 clearly indicates matters to do with how you're supposed to be given a chance in terms of when you are being arrested. You're supposed to be told you are being arrested for this and this. And this now is actually something that it should be alarming in this country, where even people with the stature of members of parliament are not safe anymore. And this is coming out in a way that it looks like it is a way to suppress voices that are really critic of the regime today. I will not fear to say.
You think that's what's happening to Koimburi?
Absolutely, yes. And he has been out many a times against this regime. I believe we go back to even Billy Mwangi's and the few people that have been abducted. We find a trend that they kinda express some dissatisfaction with something. And let me say this to tell my good friend, Honorable Moragara. Why is it that after information came out on Sunday that Koimburi was abducted by a Subaru somewhere in church, when he was leaving church, the government said nothing? But when he was found, is the time the government is saying that we even wanted to arrest him. And the reason why he's doing something like they're trying to trash this is because it's some shenanigans around avoiding arrest. Why is it that you have got to come to people and do some gymnastics on them instead of actually summoning them directly? We saw the case of Natembeya, where somebody who we can see clearly they want to arrest him, but instead of giving a letter that we summon you to appear at this police station or at DCI, you go and create drama and you bring all these forces, you abduct in a way that you want somebody to feel intimidated. It is a trend that we can clearly see, and it's one that I condemn. I want to say this. I felt sad to listen to Honorable Murkomen, who is the CS for Interior, and I feel he is wrongly positioned there. Because for the last number of incidences, he has responded in a way that he doesn't look fit to be the CS Interior. Just the other day when there was a launch of the party, and there was some confrontation, some people wanted to infiltrate the launch of the party, TCP party, the statement by the CS Interior, even before investigation, was that there were goons that were not paid and they were asking for their money. I mean, let's be serious with the investigations.
Okay.
Up to date, BBC gave a documentary, clearly indicating that there were police officers that were involved and gave command to shooting. But then, even today, we have not had any investigation around that issue. We have a problem.
And you know, the National Police Service released a statement saying that the MP has been under investigation for a land fraud matter, and a consent to prosecute was issued by the ODPP. And on Friday last week, the MP, having been fully aware of police intentions to arrest, evaded a dragnet and duped police by escaping using a motorcycle. And then also saying that based on the events yesterday, police from Juja visited the alleged scene, which was properly documented. Meanwhile, the special team from DC headquarters is already working on the purported abduction video and all the circumstances surrounding these allegations with a view of getting conclusively to the bottom of this matter. From that statement, Senator Onyonka, how do you conclude in as far as pursuing of this matter is concerned?
You see, I am a very worried man. I'm extremely worried. When you have a country that is supposed to run according to the law, you have a document we use called the Constitution, which allows me to tell the president, and I do it with dignity, and I explain to him the mistakes he's making. When we are telling government there are certain things. And you know, Sammy, what kills me is that I don't think people really understand what this thing called democracy is about. If they don't want democracy, let them tell us they want to be dictators. We change the constitution. If somebody wants to govern for life, let him just say. I mean, there's no need why we are playing cat and mouse, cat and mouse. This country is a country supposed to be governed by the rule of law. This country is a country that is struggled through its history. We have records of people, political assassinations. J.M. Kariuki was killed. You look at Ouko was killed. Look at Bishop Muge was killed. You look at George Morara, who was from Nyamira County, he was killed. Young man at 29. Why? Because of political reasons. And what we are saying is, you can kill 200 of these people. The reality is that you will not kill everybody. So we might as well agree that we want a country where we accept what the rules are. I mean, already they are saying, and I'm really disappointed with my brother here, but I understand, when you're a pro-government, you never see anything. He's saying that this guy organized his own abduction and took himself to one.
I haven't said so.
No, you're saying that
I haven't said so.
If the police service does its investigation properly, if what you have read on what they're intending to do or what they have already investigated, but you have other people in government who are saying, oh, this guy is... You remember when even the young Gen Zs were demonstrating and they were killed? Did we get the same narrative? The narrative is, oh, these are boys who are in girlfriend's house in Bungoma. And Sami, I said it, and I'll say it here again. There were people being killed and butchered in Bungoma, in some place, and I talked about it in public. And nobody wants to interrogate this. Nobody wants to talk about it. You see, what's going to happen is very simple. And I want to tell all those in government, you can continue and plan on how you are going to kill the Koimburis and the Onyonkas and everything. But at some point, guys are going to stand up and say, you know what, Mheshimiwa? Hell no. It cannot take place.
So, Senator, do you actually believe that whatever George Koimburi has suffered is state-inflicted?
Absolutely. They have been tracing and tracking him for how long? They have been talking about Koimburi. And you see, listen, the argument there being laid out that, in fact, what was he supposed to do? That they were investigating him. There was a land matter. Why don't you arrest him and take him to a police station?
Call him out.
So they're saying that he has been under investigation and the ODPP has given consent to prosecute.
Absolutely.
And he knew that the police intentions were to arrest him.
Can I ask you a question? If today the police were investigating me and they are actually finding out maybe I've committed something, why don't they just pronounce it through their platform?
Yes.
Say, Honorable Koimburi, we are looking for you. Please come and report at the police station. If it doesn't, what do? They go to court, they get orders.
So you want him summoned, not...
Why? He's a state officer.
Not arrested.
He's a member of parliament.
But why should he not be arrested?
Just wait. Why should you arrest anybody?
Because that is what the law provides.
That is not what it does. First, you are summoned.
The law provides...
You are in... Just wait, Mheshimiwa.
Which law says what you say? You don't...
Let me ask you.
Let's not throw the law down.
When a police officer comes to check on me if I've broken the law, what does he do?
He comes to establish whether you've committed an offense.
Wait. So why would they abduct the MP?
Unfortunately, and we got to be right with this, it's a question of whether you support the government.
No, wait, answer me. Why did they then abduct him?
I'm sorry. Where do you get the abduction from? Senator.
Oh my God.
This is Senator.
It is in the paper here.
It is in the paper.
You want to tell me the newspaper, these people are mad?
We are not saying anything.
Are you telling me these people, these two headlines are mad?
We are not saying anything.
Sammy, I don't think I need to be here with such a guy.
No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think you're not come here and rant and shout and then you say, go if you want to go.
No.
I'm sorry.
In fact, I allow this guy to continue pontificating about this.
Just calm down, because you need to
You mean these headlines are all fake?
We need to have a conversation.
I'm sorry. I think let me be the voice of reason here. Let me be the voice of reason. Sorry. Let me be the voice of reason here.
Yes, Mheshimiwa.
And I want to say that I feel like my good friend Gitonga Murugara must take back his words. Before you even say anything about this issue, you need to realize this is a colleague like you.
I'm sorry, I know it.
You know,
Gitonga.
No.
Gitonga. You're also a colleague like me.
This gentleman, right on the first page of the paper.
Yes.
Is this a picture you would like to see?
I wouldn't want to see.
Why did you say that this man might be pretending?
That's why
that's not right.
That's why I need
That's not right. Which investigation?
Okay.
Are we going to trust?
Let me
are we going to trust the investigation organ? Are we going to investigate the investigating organ? If even today they are trashing this issue, are we going to investigate and say we can trust what these people are going to tell us?
Chairman,
are we going to accept?
The point of contention here, it's okay, Mheshimiwa. The point of contention here, I think it's your remark saying that him being a politician, you sort of insinuated that you cannot trust that this actually happened to him.
Correct.
Being inflicted from
I don't trust even Mukunji was abducted. I don't trust it. An inch of that.
So talk to me.
To say it.
Okay. It's fine. It's his opinion.
I don't trust you.
Until it happens to somebody.
Just a moment.
Until it happens to somebody.
Chairman, you chair the Justice Legal Affairs.
Yeah,
correct.
He chairs the Justice and Legal Affairs.
At the Senate, it is also the committee that takes care of human rights issues.
Absolutely.
At the National Assembly, which committee takes care of that?
Justice and Legal Affairs.
Justice and Legal Affairs.
Yes.
So talk to me about...
You're full of yourself here.
No. Mheshimiwa Mukunji, please.
You don't use foul language.
Chairman,
I'm sorry.
You made a fool of yourself here. You cannot say we are pretending.
You're saying you're clever than me.
How do you say people are pretending?
Please,
you pretended you were abducted.
Chairman Murugara,
for what?
Don't be distracted.
For your own sake.
No.
I'm sorry, you did it.
What did I benefit?
Because you had the reasons to do it.
So if I lost my life, would you be saying the same?
How
would you have lost?
Can we make progress? I know this is an emotive issue, but let's address it. Let's address it from the point of what the law provides.
Yes.
This is a member of parliament who is wanted.
Yes.
And the police are alleging that he actually escaped a drug net.
Yes.
Indeed, Citizen TV covered that story on Friday.
Yes.
What should happen to someone who is accused of fraud?
This is what Honorable Koimburi should have done. When he was escaping the drug net, he was being looked for. He should have gone to the nearest police station and he should have surrendered himself. Right? Because he knew they were looking for him. And the story was given, he ran away. He escaped the drug net. The most logic thing to be done and lawful, without shouting, without screaming, it is he should have gone to a police station, he should have, even DCI headquarters, to say, sorry, you're looking for me, here I am. Just like the gentleman who was accused of having participated in the murder of our colleague, Aroko. He actually surrendered himself. Why did he not do so? That's why there are question marks. And they are all over. And it's not the shouting. It's not the
how
insults.
about, Chairman, how about, because there's that accusation that has been leveled by the two gentlemen here, that there are state-instigated arrests and cases that have been leveled against people who are critical of the government. It's not the first time we're hearing such. Even during the Uhuru regime there was such.
Can I state it happens? I cannot defend the government from independence to today.
Yeah.
Number one, there are issues that, even matters that have been done, which in everybody's view should not have been done. Political assassinations, etc., etc. But let me go to what happened recently. Natembeya has been mentioned.
Yeah.
He wasn't being abducted. They were going to arrest him. The police, under their act, have the power to arrest you once they suspect you have committed an offense. So they never caused any drama. The drama was caused by the people who went to assist Natembeya not to get arrested. So for Natembeya, it was lawful. And he's not the only one. We have had many governors, we have had many MPs arrested. We've not seen drama. But if you want drama to occur, and we know it occurs, and we have seen them do it, then you will have anything. But the best thing we should be saying today is let's get into the root cause of this so that we are able to confirm it's an abduction, who did it. Because Honorable Koimburi will talk. He's going to give his version of the story. The police will also give their version. We will elect who to believe in. If there is an offense
You've
here...
already chosen a side.
Okay. No, hold on.
Chairman,
if there is an offense
let me
here,
just say something.
if there is an offense committed, Sammy, we should get to the root cause.
Jailak has chosen a side.
I suggest that when you speak, we allow the other person to finish their point.
I want to say this, Sam, that the president has come out lately when he was hosting the king, I don't know whether there's a king or the prime minister of Finland, that he has stopped abductions. So it is obvious that this is a strategy that has been used. And sometimes we listen to people speak and we wonder whether have they buried their heads in the sand? Because unless Honorable Murugara here lives in a different country, we know very well that it has been clear that even the investigations he's talking about, even today, we have never known what happened during Gen Z Maandamanos. The government has never come out clean. We had to wait for a BBC documentary to tell us that there were lives lost, there was command, there was police involved, there was military involved. And let me say, it is actually something that we need to work on as a country. Penal Code is very clear under Article 257 and 259 that you are liable for an offense and for jail if you are involved in anything to do with abduction. We are dealing with a rogue government that has decided to actually go after its critic through extrajudicial ways. And that is something that we have to stop. And the Jailak chairman must lead from the front. He is a person in the National Assembly that is supposed to be calling out, not to be in bed with the executive, but to actually call out this matter.
Senator Nyonka, you wanted to say something because I want us to take a short break.
I'm kind of just feeling like I'm silly.
Why?
I actually don't feel like sitting here.
What is it?
I mean, a head of state comes to, he's in Homa Bay and he says, yes, I'm going to stop the abductions. Raila is standing there and he's telling him, I've said Ruto should stop the abductions. Ruto comes and says, I've stopped their abductions, all the people are abducted, they are now with their parents and everything. He is the chairman of the damn committee. Did he summon anybody to ask him why the president was admitting to those crimes?
Can I respond?
What am I doing?
Let me respond. I'm sorry. If Senator Nyonka doesn't want to be...
No, you can't.
I think I need to
go.
No. Senator, we have
can I respond to that?
We have so many...
Can I respond, please?
You can't give up on Kenyans.
You don't judge yourself and you say people like this.
Senator Nyonka,
you cannot... It's so disappointing for a state...
I can assure you.
No, Senator...
No, he should resign. I'm going to call out him in the National Assembly.
You will not.
Senator, I'm going to call
just hold on.
I know you have the numbers, but you cannot make the whole National Assembly look stupid because of this.
This is the material that you have. It does not even come to Parliament. So you will make it where?
What does it come to Parliament? It doesn't come to Parliament. Where does it go? Where does it go?
The other guy, Gitokamukunji doesn't come to Parliament. Where is going to
the executive? They have been selling everything.
So now,
even rights of Kenyans.
Chairman.
Yes, sir.
We are making
let me respond this way on
the people you call leaders.
Sorry.
Please, for us to have a serious discussion, can you allow the chairman to leave?
Unfortunately,
can you allow the chairman to leave and
hold on,
defend the
Mukunji, you don't go up to Parliament, so you're going to make your knee nowhere. So I stay in Parliament 24 hours if there.
No, you stay in Parliament.
I'll be there.
I will come there and I'll call you out.
Let me respond.
I'm going to call you out in Parliament.
Let me make a response.
It has to be in hands that I call you.
Let me make a response.
Listen to me because you need to make progress. It is unfortunate we are degenerating into this, and you need to give value to Kenyans. They wake up so early in the morning to listen to us, to give them hope and to look for solutions. And Senator, you cannot give up on Kenyans. So you will stay here because you have conversations to hold on different issues affecting Kenyans. We are taking a short break. When we come back, we'll be talking about what is happening with the national government CDF, that is the National Government Constituency Development Fund, which members of the National Assembly have been conducting public participation fora to entrench into the Constitution. Why and how? After the break.